And back to the defense here for Owatonna, doing so well yesterday and holding Elk River to a fraction of what they usually do produce. Seeing that offense run live and all the deception and who had the ball, obviously Owatonna's defense figured out a way to get it done, but how difficult did it seem to figure out who had the ball?
It was very frustrating throughout the course of the week for our kids. I've never seen so many arms out with palms up saying, what in the heck? And frustration on the part of our kids. And, even as late as Wednesday, we walked off the field saying, how are we going to be able to do this? Our kids have a tendency, all kids have a tendency to look around for the football, and it's very difficult to teach them assignment football. Just concern yourself with this down block and this guy coming through the hole. Can you take care of your job? And you got to trust that your buddies are going to take care of their job. And that started to come on Thursday, and then I think we saw it in full force on Friday night. Kids just being disciplined, taking care of their area of responsibility, and trusting that their buddies next to them will take care of theirs. And Elk River, in order to score their touchdowns, had to march the ball on our defense one time on a short field after an interception. But, there weren't 80-yard touchdowns of fullbacks going up the middle, not being touched by anyone because somebody, failed to read their key. Our kids buttoned down what their responsibilities were, and they executed them. And they had to execute them many more times than we would have hoped. It was very difficult to get them off the field, and our offense, didn't help much by turning the ball over and sending our defense back out there. So those kids were warriors, and I've got nothing but the utmost regard and praise for the work that they did last night.
How do you guys like the stadium?
It's a nice facility. And I think what we told the kids was true. We were going to get up there a little bit earlier, watch the Caledonia game, just kind of orient ourselves to it. We were going to enjoy the roar of the crowd and the sea of blue, which I think the kids had an opportunity to take in. We had great fan support there, very vocal fan support. And then, we focused on receiving punts and catching passes, with the unique backdrop that U.S. Bank Stadium produces, looking up into that ceiling, fielding punts, and looking up into the bleachers, instead of trees and landscape, it's a wall of human beings when you're trying to, to find the ball. And so I think we got our kids prepped for that, and when the game started, after about one series, it just settled into a football game and kind of forgot, about those surroundings. But it's a beautiful stadium, and I was very partial to the Metrodome. I never really had any issues with the Metrodome, and very frankly, it settled into just kind of a Metrodome feel to us while we were out there. It was a fairly typical dome experience, and a little bit new for our kids, but for our program, it felt like, the same kind of routine, the same kind of surroundings as Metrodome has been.
Well, as the years go on, I'm sure the Huskies will get more accustomed to U.S. Bank Stadium, right?
Well, that's our hope. We want our kids to get used to this setting, this venue, get used to being here, getting used to this being an expectation. We've got some nice kids coming, some good classes coming, some good returning juniors to be seniors, but we'll worry about that after the banquet is over. That's when we kind of turn the page. Our job right now is to make sure that we reward this team, this group of seniors for the work that they've done. If you would have told me when this group was sophomores that they would be opening up U.S. Bank Stadium in the state football playoffs, I would have told you it's going to be pretty tough sledding to get there. And I was really, really proud of how this group rose to the occasion, how hard they worked in the off season, how hard they lifted their 7-on-7 work, and then just this season alone, the overcoming adversity, a 1-2 start, a lot of people doubting if we were on the right track, including ourselves after the Faribault loss. And They just kind of rallied amongst each other, and they got the job done. So, hopefully they've set the tone now for what it takes to be a championship football team, a championship football program, and they've laid the groundwork now for some runs that hopefully will occur over these successive years.
Well, Jeff, thank you very much for all your time, and at the same time, hopefully we can get you on once more and maybe itemize individualize the seniors a little bit, and love to get some thoughts about that win over Apple Valley that'll, go down in lore as one of the greatest comebacks of all time. But hopefully we can catch up with you another time and get another shot, and for that matter, talk about how those big Southeast teams end up doing over Thanksgiving weekend. So congratulations to the staff, the coaches, the fans, everything. It was a great run. Congrats.
It was a great run, and thank you for everything that you've done for us this fall, and I would enjoy the opportunity to talk about this great senior bunch one more time, so I look forward to doing that.
All right, it was 19-7. Elk River picked up that semifinal win on Friday at U.S. Bank Stadium. Owatonna football coach Jeff Williams, KRFO Radio.